Nearly 34,000 signatures were gathered to force the city council to either repeal their minimum wage proposal or put it on the next eligible ballot in June 2016. The council chose the ballot. Here with what's next are my guests, Rob Nothoff, campaign co-lead for Raise Up San Diego, and Jason Rowe with the San Diego Small Business Coalition. And Rob, let's jump right in here. How will this minimum wage ballot measure actually be different than the ordinance that the city council passed?
Actually, Peggy, it'll be the same exact ordinance as passed by the council. It's just simply going to be delayed a little bit. So the way that we're looking at this is it's more or less justice delayed rather than justice denied for the 200,000 hardworking San Diegans who work full-time and yet still struggle to keep a roof over their head and put food on their table.
If the measure passes, how much would it be, the minimum wage increase, and when would it go into effect?
We're still actually looking into that. It's more of a legal question at this point. However, it's our understanding that once it's passed in June of 2016, that the minimum wage would be $10.50 an hour, which is 50 cents over the state.
In Jason, June 2016 is a long way off. Yeah. What is the Business Coalition going to be doing to keep this alive in voters' minds until then?
Well, I think voter education. I think one of the reasons we're looking forward to a campaign is, there's an opportunity, I think, for a civics education. Right now, in a vacuum, people think this is magic money where the 1% has to dig in a little deeper in their pocket to help the working poor, and nothing could be further from the truth. I mean, this is about the small and medium-sized businesses that are already struggling to get by, that are being asked to pay people more money, which, certainly we want to see people make more money, but that money has to come from somewhere. And so, it's going to go in higher prices, cuts in hours and benefits, or even in jobs, or the closure of businesses. And so we want to explain to people that this isn't something that doesn't affect every San Diegan. It will cost every San Diegan more money.
Well, Rob, a recent independent poll found 63% of voters say they are in favor of raising the minimum wage despite these objections. Why did Raise Up San Diego campaign, why did that campaign fail to keep it off the ballot?
Peggy, I wouldn't even look at it as a failure. I would say that the job was done. As you just stated, 63% of San Diegans actually support this. They understand that San Diegans need the access to 5 days of earned sick leave, and that we should reward hard work. We're America's finest city, and America's finest city should reward hard work and ensure that anybody who works full-time should not have to live in poverty. For instance, we have somebody by the name of Marcus Nichols who works 2 jobs and over 40 hours a week, and yet is still living in his car. And San Diegans understand that we don't want that. That's not the future we want, and that's
so
why they support.
you wouldn't see this as a fail, but you did say that you started this because you wanted to make sure that a small minority of folks, this is your words, weren't able to come in and hijack the local democratic process by putting this on the ballot. Do you think that happened?
Unfortunately, I do. I take a look at what the Chamber of Commerce has done, and I think that big money has played a role in this in really delaying the process and justice for 200,000 hardworking folks who live by the mantra of an honest day's work for an honest day's pay.
And Jason, do you agree with that? So the city council, elected city council, they said, here's our proposal, and now it's going to vote. Do you think it's a hijack of the process?
No, I think the hijacking has come from big labor, who has elected the 6 representatives on the council that passed this. This is the 3rd time that group of 6 has passed something that a citizen-led referendum has reversed or referended, because they're doing the bidding of labor bosses and not the bidding of the taxpayers and the residents or the working poor here in San Diego. We've got 45,000 people unemployed. We've got businesses that are struggling to keep their doors open, just coming out of a recession. And this policy, regardless of the rhetoric, would make it more difficult for these businesses to survive, to grow, to create new jobs, to get those non-working people into the workforce, and to create better paying jobs so that people that are on minimum wage today can have a better quality of life tomorrow.
And these opinions are, of course, each of your own, and they will be on our website so people can look further into this. But we are running out of time, so I want to get to this. Jason, why do you think voters will vote against the measure and actually have, I'm sorry, Rob, Jason, let me start with you, basically, why do you think they'll vote against the minimum wage?
Well, because I think right now they don't understand the economics of it, because they haven't paid attention. If they're not affected by it, they think it's somebody else's problem. When they find out it's going to be their problem, I think they'll look at it differently.
And Rob, why do you think they'll support the minimum wage hike?
Because again, San Diegans understand that we need to reward hard work, and they also understand, as Mr. Rowe pointed out, the civics lesson that we need to really teach is when they've raised minimum wages in other localities like San Jose and San Francisco, unemployment has decreased, job growth has gone up, and we will inject $260 million every year into the local economy, which is great for small business, great for workers, and great for our local economy.
All right, we are out of time. Jason Rowe and Rob Nothoff, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.